You think you're just tired, or distracted, or not as responsive lately. But what if your rent is influencing your hormones? And what if your body isn't shutting down? It's reallocating energy. If you're in your 20s or 30s and you're currently rent burdened, meaning you're handing over way more than that recommended 30% of your take-home pay just to keep a roof over your head, your brain doesn't process that as a spreadsheet issue. It processes it as a stability risk. Your nervous system evolved to detect threats to your shelter, not metaphorically, biologically. When you're constantly house poor, even if you're keeping up with the bills, your stress system stays in the on position. The HPA axis doesn't take a day off. Cortisol increases, and when cortisol stays elevated over time, your body adjusts other hormonal pathways. Testosterone can decrease. Estrogen regulation can shift, not dramatically enough to land you in a hospital, but just enough to blunt your motivation, your energy, and your physiological responsiveness. Here's the uncomfortable question. If your body senses instability, why would it invest energy in non-essential functions? Stress hormones and sex hormones share biological building blocks. When stress is ongoing, the body prioritizes immediate survival chemistry over long-term or bonding-related processes. You don't need a crisis. You just need sustained uncertainty. Month after month of calculating, anticipating, adjusting. And this isn't about panic. It's about baseline tension. Ask yourself, when was the last time your body felt economically unguarded? Not hopeful, not coping, unguarded. Physiological openness requires parasympathetic activation, slower breathing, lower vigilance, softened muscle tone. Financial stress keeps the system slightly activated. Micro tension in the jaw, shoulders subtly raised, background mental math, future scanning. You may be functioning well. But is your system relaxed? Because activation and openness rarely coexist. Here's the sharper question. If your nervous system is bracing, how easily can it shift into connection? This generation isn't collapsing, it's coping. We're told to embrace the hustle, to grind until the rent isn't a problem anymore. But your biology doesn't care about your career goals. Rent, debt, the rising cost of just existing, nothing explosive, just constant calculation, and calculation consumes bandwidth. In the US, we've normalized being always on, but motivation, especially relational motivation, thrives in a perceived surplus, not excess wealth, surplus safety. If every month feels like a high-stakes negotiation with your landlord, your body conserves energy, attention, investment. So maybe the question isn't, what's wrong with my drive? Maybe it's, what is my nervous system protecting? Before labeling yourself as less driven, less connected, or less responsive, consider this. Your system may not be failing. It may be prioritizing stability in an environment that rarely feels stable. And sometimes what feels like a loss of desire is simply a nervous system waiting for safety.